Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Be honest about who you are. I'm gonna tell you what. You know the biggest problem out here is people wearing masks. It really is. And I know this is one of those things, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta hit people over and 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 over again about certain things. And one of the biggest issues out here is people wearing masks. See, here's the problem with the mask. When you put it on, you can go a certain place. You can do something because people think you one way. But then the problem is that mask it really hides the true self. Now, maybe you a person who could probably, if you were your true self, you could probably make $1 million. But that mask could get you to 70,000, and you'll think you're doing something, but not realizing by being your true self, you can go further. And that's just in a money sense or just a general life sense. But what about like as a mate? You know what? I've seen so many men and women lose out on the right mate because they ain't show their true face. They weren't honest about who they were. Like, I'm very clear about me. Rom likes comic books. Rom will go see certain movies. You know, Rom's going to go see, The Equalizer this week. You know, I am who I am. You know, this is what I like. This is what I like to do. This is how I feel about certain things. Because my thing is this. If you're going to deal with me, you need to know me fully. Right? Now, I don't necessarily go out there and just start off the first conversation. Well, this is me. But I don't hide anything either. And if you ask the question, I'll tell you. You know, and it's like, even then, even without me telling you, you're going to see who I am just by how I walk, how I carry myself. I won't have to tell you. You can look at me and see who I am. People got to be that way, because people, when they're not honest, they don't get what they want. They do not get what they want. How they going to get it? You're not asking for the right thing. Whether you talking to, even when you praying, if you're not honest about what you want, whether you praying to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius. Well, I guess you ain't praying to Buddha or Confucius. Y'all know what I mean, though. The Great Pumpkin, Big Rom. You praying to any of those deities, right? Shoot, you're not going to get what you want. And they're going to be like, well, shoot, that's what you asking for. I know that's not really what you want. Like, people want a certain thing in a mate, right? That's a big thing. Like, people will say, oh, I want... you get some guys, right? Guys that do this especially. Oh, I want that. They'll say, oh, I want that woman. She's going to be at home. She's going to cook and everything and all of that. And, be just prim and proper. Knowing they want that Instagram hoe. Knowing they want her to come off the chandelier. They being dishonest with themselves. Right? They being dishonest. And they should just say, you know what? That's what I want. Then you get it. As long as you're willing to deal with the consequences of it. You got some women. They know they want a certain guy that look a certain way. It's not even a handsome guy. It might be some guy looking like a frog, but they want that guy. But you know what? They ain't going to be honest about it. So they get what society say they should want. And society say they should do. I knew a woman, shoot, she liked young boys. And I remember she said, you know what, at some point, I'm going to get to the point I ain't going to care what everybody else think. I'm just going to go for it. Hey, you know what? Some people will judge her because she older woman, like some youngins. But, I understand. Be honest about who you are. You got to be. You got to be authentic out here, because I'm going to tell you what, when you're not authentic out here, you actually causing your body harm, because that's stressful, keeping a mask on and keeping up appearances and wondering what the person, see, sometimes if you are wearing a mask and you're not honest, then you're around a person, you might even marry that person. You always got to keep that mask up. You always looking at what that person is saying or what they, you always trying to figure out what they believe and everything. It was like, man, you don't need that kind of stress. Be looking at the person and be like, this is who I am. All right? You either deal with it or don't. If you don't want to deal with it, look, I respect it. But I'm not going to stress myself out wearing a mask and holding back. You know? That's one of the reasons I had to work for myself. Because, look, I'm one of those people. I'm hard to follow somebody else's direction. I might listen to you for some good advice, but I'm hard to do it. So I said, look, I can't be honest and say I can work on this job, got this supervisor, and not call them on their bullshit. Because that's not me. That's not me. And you be seeing people do stuff, but that's me. That's me. I'm a boss. I'm a boss naturally. I'm, sovereign naturally. Right? That's who I am. As a result of being who I am, I was like, okay, this is what I got to do. See, when you honest, too, and you're not trying to wear a mask, you're not trying to fit into somebody else's paradigm, or even if it's just for survival, that actually leads to success, because then you can look at yourself and say, instead of making that 70,000 wearing the mask, you can make that million because you're honest about what you like to do. Because look, I was honest with myself, and it's like, I can't really work for people, even if you're my friend. Because there's been people that offered me stuff and they were friends. I was like, dude, I can't work for you. I like the friendship, man. I can't work for you. I can't do this. I'm even hard to work around with people. That's hard as heck for me. But I gotta be honest about it. I have to be honest, just say, look, this is me. At this point, people could try to say, well, you could learn. It's like, no, this is me. It's like, this is the only way we could work together. If you just say, I could do maybe a brief job for you or something, provided you compensate me well, but, I got to do my own thing. And once you honest, I'm going to tell you what, I want to think about it. Y'all ever just come to a realization or a moment of clarity? And once it's like everything just makes sense. You just at peace. You're not stressing over anything. You ain't having a headache behind it. That's honesty. Because that's all moment of clarity is. You just take off that mask. You see something for what it is. You honest about who you are and what you are. It's like when people decide, hey, you know what? This is the type of person I want. This type of person I want to be. This is what I want to get into. Once you honest, you at peace. And it really goes beyond, even though I use the money example, it goes beyond money. It really does. It goes beyond money. It's like, with me, I'm going to use myself as an example. I always use myself. Being honest that I don't want to work for anybody. I'm actually making more money and have more income potential than I ever did in life. Because everything I do now is exactly what I want to do. Every single thing. Even if I'm doing an article for somebody, it's still something I wanted to do. I wanted to be a writer. And then even then with the writing, I can write whatever I want to write about. So that's powerful. Just being honest. Look, when you're honest, everything lines up for you. When you're honest to say, look, this is me. This is what I want to do. You're honest. And then, if you're dealing with other people, shoot, they actually feel bad. You make them feel bad because they know exactly what they're dealing with. Now, they might not depending on their agenda, they might not like it, but they can feel good knowing, okay, this person done told me what's up. And I've even been honest in relationships. There's been women I've told, look, all I want to do is have sex with you. And some were down, some weren't. But the ones who weren't, they were just like, you know what? Thank you for being honest. The ones who were, thank you for being honest. Didn't have to go through a lot of other stuff. So, look, that's the bottom line. Always just at least be honest about who you are. And you know how you do that? Because it's tough. At least start with yourself. Start with the person in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror and say, this is who I am. And then build from there. Because it's tough taking off that mask. Trust me, I understand that. Because most people have been conditioned to wear the mask. So, anyway, that's it for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.